Good day to you and welcome to my gardens. It is now the autumn season here in USDA 7. I'm Spenta and I'm thankful to be here with you today sharing a video on how my pepper plants are doing during the fall season. It is now middle of autumn and my peppers are still doing okay. However, the production has slowed down gratefully, and the reason for that is the climate. Peppers love heat, love sandy soil, well-drained soil, and they love warmer climates. It is now too cold for my peppers, and I wanted to share how they look like. They will still give. Some of my peppers are in my greenhouse and some are in my nursery. I created a new nursery and very happy to have it. I will have upcoming videos on my nursery and how my plants are doing in there. They're doing great because of course a nursery provides humidity. However, out here we're in the actual weathering. Well, it's been in, since I live in USA, I will tell you my temperature in Fahrenheit. It gets down to about between 35 degrees to 45 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere in that range, for about 10 to 12 hours out of the day, later in the night to early mornings. So between 35 degrees Fahrenheit to 45 degrees Fahrenheit. I have not had a frost yet, and that's the reason that the peppers are still here. Once they see the first frost, peppers are all zapped. The actual peppers on the plants become zapped, and the peppers are not frost tolerant plants. So for USDA Zone 7, peppers are an annual. If you want perennial peppers, you have to have a nursery, you have to have a greenhouse, something, maybe keep your plants indoors. See, they require lots of sun, so you'd have to have a grow light for your pepper plants if you want to put them indoor. Make sure that your pots get feed, because you need to feed your plants. I feed my regular plants, so why not feed something that's in a container? So feed them as well. Also make sure that they're well-drained, sandy soil, silty soil. Pepper likes silty soil over clay. Well, right here in front of us is the second hottest pepper currently here around. And so the second hottest pepper is the scorpion pepper. And it is here. Voila! My scorpion pepper. And as I mentioned, it's the autumn season, so of course throughout summer it changes color as well, but as you can see, the leaves are not in great shape and they're starting to look not as healthy, and that's expected to be in the daytime, about 10 to 12 hours of day and afternoon. The weather is between 55 degrees Fahrenheit to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. So see, the temperature is cooled off a lot. And the soil temperature itself needs to be above 60 for peppers to enjoy. And actually, they love it around 80 degrees to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a little too cool for them. So that's as a result of that, the peppers will start looking like this, and the production will go lower. Right now that I can count on, of course, do not expect your super spicy peppers to have lots of peppers on them, such as by super spice, I mean Bud Jolokia, ghost pepper, Carolina Reaper, or scorpion pepper. They usually end up producing at a time about, this one has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on it that I can see right now. It has 9 peppers, and it's during a cooler season. You see it has 9 peppers and it's during a cooler season. If you want to save this plant, let's say that you decided that this plant is really worth it for you and you are wanting to save it, I highly recommend that you dig it up. This is the right time to dig up your pepper plant, is when it's around this temperature. You will not zap it. Let it sit overnight in moisture. What I mean by that is water the ground, let it be loose, and let it sit there. Continually water it for a couple of days and let it sit there. It will start getting used to the climate, so it will hold itself. By holding itself, I mean the plant roots will actually hold themselves. You can then take your pepper plant, and this is by experience. This is by trial and experience, and that's how I have good variety of peppers. I actually sell herbs and spices all year round. I'm a cultivator, so if anybody needs seeds, peppers, herbs, just let me know. Leave it in the comment section and I will get back with you for sure. Definitely after any gardening video. If you have any questions, always let me know. I'd be more than glad to help you, even if you don't live in USDA Zone 7. So back to how to save this plant. If you want to save this plant or any other pepper plant, I highly recommend that you do what I asked, that I suggested, that you put water it for a couple of days. You want it to get used to that weather, because you're going to actually change the placement of this pepper plant and put it somewhere else for 2 days, right? It won't look so pretty for a few days, and that's because you just transplanted your pepper. Keep in mind, it likes silty soil. Keep it covered. Keep your plant covered and away from wind for 2 to 3 days. Up to 72 hours is great, and then you can water once a week. Make sure you feed it 6 to 8 weeks. Peppers do great in a pot, in a planter. Peppers do great, and I have shared peppers in planters with you, and you know that my peppers grow very well. And it's not just because I use my own compost or I use silty soil. It's not this that I actually, for peppers, I use my compost mix plus silty, so it's a 50-50 mixture of silt and compost, because you don't want clay soil, and so this likes well drained system. And that's why I have really good peppers. So here is another year with successful peppers. Make sure you keep your peppers away from wind and cold climates. I did mention, do not allow them to hit that frost. They don't like freeze, so they don't enjoy cooler climates. I'm Spenta. I thank you for visiting me and being here with me today. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done so, your comments, likes, and shares are definitely appreciated by me. Big shout out to my channel members, my friends, my subscribers, my fans, my family. Many thanks to all of you for following my gardening share and commenting on it and asking me questions. Definitely love it. It's something I love, so I enjoy talking about it and I love sharing it with you. So I'm here again for any questions you have at any time. To end this video, prior to it, I'd like to share how my Mexi Bell and my Tabasco pepper that is very close to my scorpion pepper is doing. My Carolina Reaper is on the other side, and I already have soybeans in the ground. So I already have soybeans, radish, turnips. They're already in the ground because that's cooler climate. That's actually veggies and produce to grow in cooler climates. Actually, believe it or not, they don't need much pollination. Pepper here that we're looking at is also an asexual plant. It means that it pollinates on its own because it does have the male and female parts on it. And now you can crossbreed peppers, and I have shared videos on how to do that, so definitely check that out. I love pepper. I'm Spenta, and I definitely love pepper, and I love spicy food. And here I go, and I'm going to share with you some of these other plants. Yeah, and I make so much food with spice, so definitely check out my cooking playlist when you get a chance. Here is my Mexi Bell. It is so gorgeous. Let me see what it looks like right here. Oh, love that Mexi Bell. So for me, all this plants right here, this one, the Mexi Bell right over here, and the one right behind it, and the one I just shared with you are going to come out of the ground, and they're going to be part of my nursery. So check that out, and don't forget to look up for my upcoming share, because I am going to share my nursery with you, and I'm definitely going to share how things grow when it's in a humid climate during a cooler zone, such as mine. And behind it I have some carrot seeds. If you're wondering what to plant right now in the autumn time, I highly recommend the cabbage family, turnips, radish. Anything that enjoys cooler climate is good for now. And turnips do great in the winter. Well, here again is my Mexibel. Mexibel is delicious, and I have seeds if you like some seeds. They're smaller than bell pepper, but they have a kick. Yummy. And see that's what it starts doing to the leaves when it goes cooler. And my Tabasco. And of course, the lovely and spicy, super hot friend of ours. Well, I thank you for watching my share. Wish you a beautiful day and happy gardening to all of you who enjoy nature, who enjoy gardening, and who have a passion for growing plants. I wish you the best, and I thank you for watching my share. Until next time.